Brought to you by...
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Zoom What's My Line, brought to you by False Positive. We're so happy that you guys could join us on our YouTube channel, where you will find all our What's My Lines. And, of course, you can always follow us on Twitter and Facebook on our False Positive page. I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to introduce our first panelist, Gay Lareau, our
Dana!
hostess with the mostest from False Positive. Gay, how you doing?
I'm doing well today, Dana. I'm happy to play the game.
I know. I feel like New York is starting to come alive again. It's starting to open.
They are. The Starbucks is open, taking internet orders. It's all happening. I went for
a 34-mile bike ride today. Thus the sun.
Wow. Does your butt hurt?
My butt hurts. My balls hurt. Everything hurts. You know, I'm 100 years old. Anyway, I would like to introduce you to our next panelist, Liz Jackson, who was on Monday's False Positive. So,
yes,
hi, Liz.
Hello.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
I'm okay.
Love
I've had a very rough week, but we're going into the Memorial Day holiday.
Right. It's going into Friday. You don't have to work Monday.
Nope.
Right? Liz, you're still working from home and all that stuff, right?
Yep.
Love it. Love it. And I learned how to say Kamala.
Kamala also thanks you during Asian American Heritage Month.
As everybody can see, we're missing our two. We're missing the Blair and the Squee.
Blair.
Squee ended up having work to do.
Work.
Blair ended up having...
Likely story.
I believe Blair was terminating people today, and she's in no mood to play games.
Fabulous.
She gave that up. But I would like to introduce you to the amazing, my cousin, and my brother from another mother, Tom Discordia, is joining us.
Hi, Dana.
Finally.
Tommy!
On What's My Line. Tom produces the What's My Line on the podcast, while Dan produces What's My Line on the What's My Line show.
Oh my God, it's so much.
So Dan knows the answers and Tom doesn't, but on Monday nights, Tom knows the answers and Dan doesn't.
Right.
Which leads me to Dan, who is my producer. He's here with us. He's like our Gelman. You guys can yell at him if things go wrong.
Gelman!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my
can blame
fault
me
if things
tonight
go wrong.
if I
Blame
mess
me.
up.
We can blame him.
Yeah.
He will be
Fine here.
our poo. If anybody is a lifetime
Our
listener
Pooh.
to False Positive, you all know who Pooh is. He's my Asian assistant midget.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Asian midget assistant.
Oh my goodness. You can't say midget.
He is, sorry.
we have
What did I
pictures.
say?
You
I say
can't
little person. He's my Asian little person.
Dana still says midget.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? You know who prefers to be called a midget? Pooh. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Last week we went way too long. Hopefully you guys will get, we have 3 amazing guests tonight. Real simple occupations, so you 3 ought to be able to knock this out of the park in a few questions. I'm depending on you. It's a contestant who's been waiting a very long time backstage.
So
without further ado, let's bring in contestant number 2. Will contestant number 2 please come in and sign in, please? While I have a drink.
Oh, that's what's missing.
Oh, didn't you get a drink? Well,
I had a couple of martinis.
Fella, we're
before.
going to cut in a minute. You can run out there.
If I have
Dawn.
another drink, I'm never going to be able to
That's okay.
see.
I do it all the
The
time.
contestants have last names tonight?
Dawn.
No last name. Just Dawn. So we have contestant number 2 in the studio, who is the one, the only Dawn Nichols. I know her.
Yay!
This is also a friend of mine from like 100 years ago. She is. Dawn, you live currently in Colorado, correct?
Live in Vail.
In Vail, Colorado.
Nice.
And that has nothing to do with what she does for a living. Dawn deals in services. So I want to get that out of the way up front. You don't need to ask that question. We're going to start the questioning. Dawn, the panel will ask you yes and no questions. Answer yes and no only. If it needs to be clarified, I will do that for you. Questioning starts with Gay Lareau.
Dawn, do you work in the cannabis trade in Colorado?
No.
She does not. 1 down, 9 to go. Dan, flip that coin. Tom Discordia. That's my cousin, Dawn.
Yo,
Hi,
Tom.
Dawn.
Oh.
Hi. Let's see. Do you need a degree for your job?
Yes.
And
going.
it was a service provider. Do you work with a group of people?
Yes.
Is this a job a man can do as well?
Yes.
Good. That's how you question people.
Fucking Tom!
Right
ah!
fucking there. That's how you fucking that's how you fucking do it. Yeah.
Is this a job that's somehow related to Dana's work line?
No.
No?
No, 2 down, 8 to go. Liz Jackson.
So this question is from Sam Jackson.
Beautiful.
Do you predominantly work at night?
No.
No. But you could. Not to say that she cannot. Predominantly is the killer word there. No.
I'd
She doesn't have
rather
to.
not.
3 down and 7
Wait,
to go.
what did you say, Don?
I'd rather not.
You'd rather not. Gotcha.
She clearly does not like working at night. You know it's only 6:30 in the afternoon there, by the way.
Yeah, it's early.
Only 6:30 in Colorado.
In the
6:30
afternoon.
evening. Yeah. Go, Gay.
So, Dawn, do you work in the medical field?
No.
Hmm.
I can, but
Right.
not my job.
I
Or it
wouldn't.
can be.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't consider it medical. Okay.
Oh, just-
Wouldn't consider it medical. Tom Discordia, 4 down, 6 to go.
So you're in Colorado. Is this a job that
Got
can
it.
only be done?
Colorado has nothing to do with what she
Nothing
does
to
for a
do with
living.
it?
I said that. Yep.
Oh, okay. And it's a service.
You can do it anywhere.
Do you get money directly for providing the service?
No.
No.
Okay. So this
But a
service.
person in your profession
Yes.
could.
Good
Your
clarification.
Absolutely.
setup, I want to say that.
Yeah.
Her setup in particular, she doesn't get paid
Okay.
person to person, but a person in her profession could.
Good.
So
Okay.
continue,
Qualified
5
then.
down, 5 to go, Liz.
So that's not like
Sorry?
a qualified yes for him then? That's not a qualified? or
No,
not?
go ahead, Liz.
No.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay.
No, Liz, not everybody gets qualified.
Yeah,
Yes,
Listen.
it's not a fucking participation trophy.
I mean, listen, there are a lot of people who've gotten participation trophies in their lives who shouldn't, and that's why
You're
we're
damn
here
right.
now.
One of
Yeah.
them's at
Wear a mask.
1600 fucking
Right,
Pennsylvania
one of them is
Avenue,
a
but we're not going to go
fucking
there, are we? All right.
Okay, so this service that you provide that you need a degree for, is this profession, do you need a specialized degree for this profession? Yes, okay. So this profession that you need a specialized degree, do you have a couple of letters after your name?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Mm.
Yes.
And
Are you a
okay.
dominatrix?
DMX.
Watch it.
Don Nichols DMX.
Shawn Nichols DMX. Yeah. All right.
This specialized situation that you have going. Do you have any questions too? I think I know what it is.
Yeah, let's. If you know what it is, guess.
Huh?
But there's only 5 left. What happens if-
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Where you go? You want to guess?
Can you guess again?
Later when it comes
yeah.
back to the part? Yeah.
Oh yeah, she doesn't lose. Yeah, she isn't out of the game. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you want?
yeah.
You want to say it?
No, say yours. Please. I want to
You
see
say
if we had-
Well, because I don't know
Oh,
if
Lord.
it starts with a P. Your profession, right? But I just don't know if it's psychologist or psychiatrist because I know
say
that
one, and
one.
I'll give
You
you an
got 5
answer.
left.
Psychologist.
Because one of them you do need to be in medical field because you can
Prescribe.
prescribe
Yeah.
drugs and
Work.
the other one you don't, and I never know
Yeah.
which.
Keep
Yeah.
working.
Psychologist is the one that doesn't, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
psychologist, therapist.
No, that's what I was thinking. But you said
Dawn,
psychologist.
say
Yeah.
what you do for a living.
I'm a therapist.
Okay.
2 for 2.
You guys
Good
got
for you,
2
Liz. I wasn't
guys.
going anywhere near there. So.
Yes.
Dawn, you have a PhD, right?
No, I would love to have a PhD, but Papa has dough doesn't actually fit in my background. So I'll
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why
Papa
I asked
has
a couple
dough.
of letters because
Uh-huh.
some have PhDs, but you don't
Yeah.
have to have a PhD.
Well,
for
you
that.
said the right thing because I think we had even talked about this today with Dan, that if
Uh-huh.
somebody guessed psychologist,
We
what was
say
I going to say? And I was going to say, you got it, because
Okay.
they're all, I knew what, if you guess one, you get it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not that hard.
Because
And
when
we
she
were-
said that it's not medical, that's why I was like, well, I don't want to say the wrong
you
one.
said-
Right.
And you were
Because
good about
it's
that.
like
Dana decided
one-
we decided psychiatrist would be a no because it's a medical.
Because it's medical, so psychologist or therapist would have
Yeah.
been a yes. Yeah.
But to kind of like, I guess, a little clarity here is
Yeah.
that I do work in the hospital in crisis situations, so that I do get called to the hospital in the medical capacity when
Oh,
someone
gotcha.
has psych eval.
Right.
So that's like a yes.
Wow.
Like if
Yes,
somebody is
yes,
suicidal or something, you would go
Oh,
and
yeah.
evaluate, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Boy, you're gonna
I
be
will tell
busy.
everybody how I know Dawn.
Please.
I went to college for about 8 seconds. I basically was the mescaline dealer in the fucking house. And Dawn's older sister, Danielle, was one of my she was one of 3 college roommates that I had. The 4 of us were thick as thieves for so long. I mean, I
Not
still talk to
kidding.
Danielle. Meow, meow, kitty.
Ah.
I could tell a million stories, but
That's another piece of the puzzle.
Yes.
yeah,
you
it's
should.
a piece of the puzzle. And Dawn, we used to have good times together. It was lots of fun. Yeah.
Although I didn't take mescaline, although.
No, she did not.
Yeah,
She did
We
not.
got high though.
Right. But her sister gobbled it like M&M's. So
Ah.
I will say that.
And
I will
how's your
say that.
sister now?
She's good. I mean, she lives in North Carolina or North
she's lived there.
Carolina.
Yeah,
you
she's
know?
lived there for a long time. She married
Poor
my
thing.
roommate, and then he came out, so that didn't work. I mean,
So she married a gay guy and then moved to North Carolina for
with him,
reassignment.
yep, and then they, for sexual reassignment at
Oh
Johns
my.
Hopkins.
Oh, God.
Anyway, that's how I know Dawn. And how long you been out in Colorado now?
22 years.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, I have my
You don't look
business
that
partner
old.
and friend
Oh.
Phil Higgs is out there. He's in Boulder, so.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm waiting. So Dana, you came out like 2 years ago?
about 2 years ago to go
tried
skiing.
like,
Yep.
work something out, and I was really looking forward to it. But
I know. I'm
of course-
sorry.
No, don't be sorry, because I think I was working crisis or something for.
You were like waiting tables then or something, were you?
Ah.
Or-
No, I was actually trying to put myself through, another master's
Oh.
program in this particular field, and so I went to school full time, and then I was waiting. Actually, I was a bartender. Fuck you.
Right.
All
I knew,
right.
right. I knew you were a
All right,
bartender.
let's serve, all right.
I knew you were a bartender. And Phil was like, "Ugh, Vale," and he was like, "Oh my god." And I was like, but anyway, I was supposed to go back last year. Couldn't go back because I got a big job, and then was going to go back this year. But this thing happened. So
Yeah, fucked
I
up.
was literally going to leave right after my job on the 13th to go skiing for a week. Remember?
It was.
Up at
Yeah,
at Winter Park. He likes to go to. It's like a local place. So
Yeah.
anyway, Dawn, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
Okay, this is
Vote.
what I want though. Okay, what I want is I want to become a panelist at some point with my master's in American history.
Yes.
We are doomed to repeat the same mistakes.
Anybody that comes on as a guest always gets the opportunity to come back as a panelist. So wait for the
Yes.
call.
Hi.
And you're going to vote for that senator. Who's running against Cory Gardner in Colorado? John
Yeah.
Hickenlooper, right? You
Yeah.
vote for
Hickenlooper.
You vote for John Hickenlooper.
He got the weed in Colorado.
It's
Yeah.
not even a question.
Not even a
It's
question.
not even, it's
Yeah,
not
Cory
even-
Gardner is getting creamed there.
Yeah.
Almost as bad as Martha McSally in Arizona, who's getting wiped off. I mean, literally like a
Ooh.
21% difference between
Yeah,
her.
she lost the first
her and
time.
Mark
She's
Kelly.
gonna lose again.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to see because she's such a stupid whore. Anyway,
I don't even want to.
anyway, Dawn,
Ugh.
love you to pieces. Thank you so much for coming on.
Nice to see you,
Meet all
Dawn.
of you.
Thank you.
It
Thank
was so
you.
much fun. All right, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, Dawn. Thanks. That was so much fun. You guys have gotten 2.
It's
I feel like we
Liz.
should hurry up.
Liz got
so that-
two.
I feel like we should hurry up so that
Listen,
Tom's
help
battery doesn't go out. And I think
Yeah.
I think it was more Sam Jackson than Liz Jackson.
It was a
Oh,
sister effort.
oh my God, your sister.
is sister
Sam
act, okay.
Jackson?
Huh?
Is your
I'm just
sister
kidding.
the Sam Jackson, that male actor?
Yes.
No, that's my uncle.
There are motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Yeah,
okay?
I got
Yeah. All right.
snakes with lights in them.
Is our third contestant here?
She is.
Let's,
All right.
with no further ado. Yep, Tom?
Do you want me to like unplug for 5 minutes? Can we do
I
that?
do. I do.
Yeah.
I think you should
Pause it for
unplug
5 minutes. Let me charge the phone.
We're gonna cut right now so Tom
Yep.
can recharge.
and
We're
then
coming
edit this
back.
out. All right.
Cutting. Amando. Amanda.
Have another drink.
Amanda. There she is.
Hey,
Guess who's trying to
Amanda.
call me?
Your mother.
With audio.
There it is. We hear you.
You just
hear
got
you.
in.
Hi.
Hi,
But
guys.
You look like you're in a fancy
Hey,
mansion.
Amanda.
I am in
Yeah.
a fancy mansion.
Wow.
Are you
Wow.
related to Tulsi Gabbard?
No, but I get that all the time.
Ugh.
It's a
What are you-
really weird name to have because
Yeah, and Donald Trump called her like Willie Gobbard or something the other day. Like he wasn't even close.
Ridiculous.
and all of a sudden I'm
Really got it.
it's like
Yeah,
know her.
yeah,
I
it's
might know her,
ridiculous,
so don't say
right?
that.
Anyway, this is Amanda, and
Amanda.
this is our panel. And there's Dan, my producer. We are going to ask Amanda 10. We're going to get 10 no's, and she wins the game. Amanda, the panel will ask you questions. Yes or no answers only, please. If
Mhm.
something needs to be clarified, I will do that for them.
Okay.
We're going to start the questioning with my cousin. That's my cousin, Tom Discordia.
I was gonna ask what's
Woo.
Hi, Amanda.
Okay, hi.
That's my cousin.
Hi. Do you provide a service?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry.
You-
I meant to say she deals in services and she lives in New York. She
Okay.
comes from New York. Okay. Sorry.
Do you need a degree for this service?
Yes.
You do. Do you
Yep.
work? Do you work with a group of people?
Yes.
But does not
Okay.
have to
Does not
clarify
have
that.
to, yeah.
She could do what she does on her own. Yep.
Okay.
But in
Uh,
her
Yes, I
circumstances,
could.
yeah, she does it.
Can this job be service be provided by a man as well?
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. A man could do what you do. Yeah. Sorry. I
Do
shouldn't have
you
answered.
deal strictly with adults?
No.
No.
No, not strictly. 1 down, 9 to go. Liz Jackson.
Okay. Can I just
Dan, you
say,
want to
though-
move those numbers over?
Can I just say before we start though
Yeah.
that Ms. Gabbard, like all of this,
Yes.
hair,
I
like
know.
the way this
Gorgeous.
hair is like
Yeah.
feathering out or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
The makeup, I'm like, my sister goes, somebody looks really nice.
Somebody knew she was going to be on
Yeah.
television.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry, like your eyebrows, and I'm sitting over here like I know what mine look like, and I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a minute,
I look like we're in Paris.
right?
Yeah.
Amanda is foxy.
Like you,
Well,
like
let me tell you, 5 minutes ago, I was homeless looking. It's all fake. I haven't washed my hair in 3 days, and I have pajama pants on. So all a facade, but thank
Yeah.
you.
because I'm like the hair is like coming out. Not to say any of the other panelists
Yeah.
don't look nice either, but I'm just like Amanda's come out here with like a fresh blowout or something.
I should have
She's all
taken
about
it
it.
before and after.
I do want to make one clarification very quickly. Tom asked about a degree. I don't believe a college degree. I believe like a training,
Dear.
right?
Yeah.
A
Yes.
training degree is an equivalent. In other words, if you went to plumbing school and got you are certified to be a plumber, that is in essence a degree.
A certification.
It's not to say she didn't get a degree in college. I'm just saying for what she does, doesn't necessarily need to be a college degree. So Liz
Okay.
Jackson, with that,
Take it away, Liz.
Lizzie.
Okay, all right. Sorry, Toyota came and sat like right here.
love.
Because he wanted to check out Amanda.
Yeah, right? And he heard me and he was to come up. He's like, oh, because you know he likes blondes. He's blonde himself. He
Oh,
likes,
Love it.
he likes blondes.
Oh. He's
Okay.
a natural blonde. So.
You're not? Oh, by the
I
way,
was a
Dana's not wearing pants.
I was gonna say I was a brunette and I'm not wearing pants.
I don't think
Okay,
anyone's
go.
wearing pants on this panel. Okay, so this job that you do you have to do it in person?
Yes.
Okay, the way you said yes. Okay.
So you can't-
Does this job have anything to do with, because most of us are in the arts, does it have anything to do with the arts
Or
per
can't
se,
be
or
done-
like entertainment and arts?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, what was your question?
No.
She
That was
knows
your
me.
question? Okay. Okay. So let's see, it has to be done in person. And you could provide the service to both men and women?
Yes.
Okay.
Can it be done freelance?
Can it be, my sister's question is, can it be done freelance?
It could be.
Okay, it could be, but not necessarily.
Not for you, but could be, right?
Yeah, it
Right.
could be.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you work freelance?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Nope, 2 down, 8 to go. You got a bogey, Gay.
I got a bogey coming
got a
in.
bogey coming.
Bogey.
A bogey
Okay.
is a term used for a person who walks in the set while you're
Look at that
rolling.
bogey.
Hi.
He wanted to come check you out too, Amanda.
Love it. See, that's what it is.
Amanda.
All right,
Wait, let me
Gay,
get rid of
let's
the
stop
bogey.
crushing on her and go.
Amanda. Do you wear a uniform to perform this service?
No.
No, nothing you'd call a uniform. 3 down and 7 to go, Tom.
Are there computers involved in this service?
No.
Nope, 4 down, 6 to go.
Okay, so let's see, you're in the entertainment business-ish. Wait, what was it?
Let's see. So if it's entertainment business and
Say it
it
loud,
can
let
be,
me
I'm sorry, if it's an entertainment business, right?
Yeah.
And it can be performed
There's her hand.
freelance.
My sister.
Are you, like, how do you phrase it? When it comes to the supplies that you use, do you provide your own supplies?
This Sam Jackson is something.
She's smart.
Yes.
Haha.
Yes.
So that means
Oh.
that person, no light.
Not- so-
That means no light.
Wait. Do you work on a set?
Can you work?
Can you work on a set?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
No
all right.
lights,
No lights.
no
So that means you're not a light
sound.
person. That means you're not a sound
I think
person.
we know who needs to be on the panel.
Liz,
I think we
you're-
know who needs to be on the panel.
Hey!
Sam Jackson.
Okay. So you work on a set. Okay. So
She can work on a set.
you can work on a set. You can work on a set.
Yes.
Freelance, they provide their own stuff, but they don't work.
But
on
photographers
set.
are not necessarily freelancers.
Exactly,
though.
but they don't do sets. You see?
Yeah, they do.
No, I mean they have
Okay.
their own sets, but like they.
Yeah, but I've
come
had plenty of
with-
photographers on sets of mine.
Okay.
Like
And you know
have
what?
stills
You've had a
person there?
photographer before, so it's not gonna. She's not a photographer. No, you've already had one. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
have an idea, but we're gonna wait.
okay. All right. Let me
All
think.
right.
Let me think. Okay.
You're gonna milk it, huh?
Does this person? So okay, your job that both men and women can do. You can provide it for both men and women. It's not a photographer because we've already had a photographer on. You can work on a set.
You can
so
collaborate but work on it.
you can collaborate but work on a
You have
set.
to be in person.
And you have to be in person. Does it have to do with
Can't be custom.
okay. Do you work with talent?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you work with the talent
One-on-one.
Samantha says you work with talent one-on-one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's down to there's only 2 things it can be.
So pick one.
Whoa.
What are they?
Yes.
We only got 4
The
down.
only thing is up is makeup.
It's either makeup or hair then.
Makeup, hair.
That's one.
And okay, well, listen, I've done hair and makeup on the set before.
Maybe
I'm
it's
sorry, your eyebrows look too good. I vote makeup.
Okay, my sister said your eyebrows look too good. She
I
votes
vote
makeup.
makeup.
Are you a makeup artist?
Yes.
Oh my God, 3 for
My
3.
She goes, it's only
That's a
hair and
hat
makeup.
trick.
I was gonna say, for the record, I was gonna say hair because your hair
Oh.
earlier, because I'm sorry, like you came in and it was like this like perfect looking, you know, and then you said that you're not a natural blonde, but your blonde is looking really nice in the highlight.
Oh, good one. Good
I was
one.
gonna say hair. She said makeup.
I
so
do want to
fine.
tell you that Amanda, do you do hair and makeup both?
I
mean, you
can do
right?
hair, but
Yeah.
I'm also an esthetician,
Right.
so that's where I need my license.
There's the degree.
Right. Right.
That's why your skin
That's
is
what I
on
want to be
fleek,
clear
too.
about. But I
Okay.
would like you to tell
Okay.
us who it is that you do hair and makeup for. Who could it be?
A very nice, funny lady named Samantha B.
Oh my God.
Nice.
So Amanda
sister's
does
name
the
is
hair,
Samantha.
does her makeup on the Sambi, on
A full frontal.
full frontal.
You
And
do a
that's why-
I'm
phenomenal
a fan of your
job.
work.
Dan and I went to the show and saw Amanda. Now, how do I know Amanda?
Yes.
Amanda, I produced a commercial for teeth whitener, and Amanda was in it, and we became fast friends. And
All right.
yep,
Nice.
loved her.
Oh, my.
Yep,
Good.
we became friends.
How
She was
many
the
years
actress.
ago was that?
At least 8, 9 years.
years ago.
Gotta be. Yep.
I think I stopped acting right after that. No.
Uh-uh.
No,
A lot of
You're
people do
welcome.
after they meet Dana.
Right. Exactly.
They stopped
I'm
their
such
careers.
a bad producer. I'm
I was
sorry.
an actor for so long, and then that was all. Oh, by the way, the most fun I've ever had on a set was with
That
you.
was a
Brendan
blast.
White.
Yeah.
And my parents always joke because my teeth were so jacked up when I was younger, like buck teeth, fangs.
So
They spent
brilliant.
so much money on braces. They're like, finally.
They look amazing now. Yeah.
And then you booked a teeth.
Yeah, it looks very
And I
good.
remember the guy, I remember this is the truth, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. The guy that was in it was really he was more the main, right? But Amanda was so funny that mid-job, they switched it and made it all about her.
Woo!
Wait, can we watch your commercial somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it before. I've seen it, yeah.
What was
Wait,
the
is it
product?
Colgate Crest? What is it?
No, it was
Plus white.
Plus White.
Plus
Plus
white.
white.
Plus White, I
Right here.
think?
All right, we'll look it up.
It was years ago, and you know where they did it? They did it at 11th floor at Gary's Loft, the white with the big kitchen, and we shot it all up there, and it was for the Joey Company.
Oh,
Joey.
The Joey Company was the name of the agency, and that lady was bat shit crazy.
Who's
Yeah.
Joey?
I remember.
She would yell at clients about casting, and like people would like. I was in a meeting one time with her. Her name was Joey. She was like a tiny little like Georgia peach. She was like, who's the guy that's doing all the Instagrams now? Leslie Jordan.
Oh,
I love him.
Only a woman. Like
Yeah.
that's how sassy she was. And she was like, I remember we were doing a hand cream ribbons commercial, you know, and they had picked a woman who was like athletic instead of like supple. She was athletic. She was muscular.
Like me,
And-
Dana?
Yes, just like you, Kay. Yeah. Uh-huh. And the client was like, oh no, like she's too gymnastics looking. And this woman got up and was like, that is an insult. Like you are missing an opportunity to cast real women in a real, and like yelled at the client. And the client was like, okay, never mind. We'll go with that one.
Okay.
This little bitch was like all over it. And she loved Amanda, loved her. She was like, no, you got to make her the star. She's the star. And she would say it like in front of everybody.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
know that.
Behind the scenes drama. Yeah.
I love the drama.
Yeah.
That makes everything so much
Fabulous.
better.
Yes.
A lot of drama around Dana.
Now,
I just
where
want to
you
know how much royalties you get.
None. That was a buyout.
But you know
That was
what?
such a
I did
buyout.
use that product and it burned my gums. I just want
Yeah. Mine sat in my medicine chest for like 3 years, and finally I was like, I'm not doing that because my teeth are capped. I don't need to wipe.
Oh,
my
yeah, you don't
teeth.
need it.
Yeah, it's like fuck that shit. Well, you were a fabulous guest. to be on.
Amanda!
I'm
Yay.
happy that you were on this.
Yeah.
You have to come back as a panelist.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
please.
Promise.
I was
Because
watching like the other episode. I'm like, oh, these are tough. Like you have to be so specific with your questions.
You have no idea.
Oh, Amanda.
We picked like the dumbest ones tonight, just so like we were like, God would help us. They couldn't get any of them, and I was like, tonight we're just gonna.
Dana, I was close twice.
I know, but
Yeah.
I
Liz
said
got that one.
tonight's show is more like, Mommy, I want to be a fireman when I grow up. Like we picked lawyer, therapist, and hair and makeup person. Come on, it doesn't get any easier.
Can I have a fireman next time, Dana?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
You know
Good
what?
for everyone.
I did think about having no makeup and my hair in a ponytail because I thought that might have.
right.
Your
They
They were
eyebrows
all
gave
over
it
your hair
away,
and
man.
Did
makeup
you
when
hear
you
my
first
sister just
started.
said? My sister goes, "Your eyebrows gave it
Yeah,
away."
look,
Because I'm telling
Yeah.
you, as soon as you got on here, both of us were like, "Wow, she's
Yeah.
really pretty."
Yeah, that girl's
Mhm.
The
pretty.
hair is like.
Mhm.
They're
And then-
totally fake too. They were microbladed, and I also filled them in.
I
A
love.
lot of Botox going on. So
Oh,
I'm telling you, it was
Dana
like,
loves
I am
Botox.
3 months behind, man. This shit is sagging.
Oh,
Man,
God.
thank
It
God I got it
moved.
done before the pandemic.
Dana,
Oh.
you could grow potatoes in that. It's
Oh
like-
my God, it's disgusting.
That,
It's-
isn't
it's
that
like-
microblading stuff bad? Isn't it just like shaving, really?
No, that's
no, it's
like
tattooing,
different
right?
than the tattooing. It's like little tiny pinpricks, and they dye them your color, and so it stays without having to color in your brows. It hurts like a bitch.
Oh, I'm getting that. I'm
it's
getting that.
worth
shit.
it.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
getting that.
me.
shit.
It's worth
Yeah.
it.
Nothing better than a guy with good eyebrows, right? I'm
Samantha
thinning
normally
out
has
as I get
really
older.
great
Like, look at
eyebrows.
that shit. Look at that shit, man.
Samantha, my sister,
You don't
I'm
have
so jealous of
eyebrows.
hers because Samantha's eyebrows go like up and out, kind of like yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And like they're perfect, and she gets them done at one place. But obviously, we can't right now.
I know.
So
it's not.
my sister, that's the first thing she noticed. She was like, "Ooh, look at eyebrows." Somebody who's been in quarantine for this long and these
God.
You're
eyebrows.
smart.
There it is.
Like
Yeah.
acne and like a greasy ponytail and like looking
Love
terrible.
it. Now you are, where are you holed up? You're in
Okay, so
Connecticut?
we live in Manhattan, and then
Right.
actually right after the show Full Frontal March 11th, we were all like evacuated. It was very
Yeah.
scary and dramatic, and so I'm not going back to work because we closed down. I work at a salon,
Yep.
and we do TV and weddings and the Eva Scrivo salon on Fifth Avenue. It's like a big place. She's like a
The big
celebrity.
one. Oh, yeah.
We know Eva Scrivo.
Everybody knows
Oh,
Eva Scrivo in the
Eva.
biz. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
My
Oh, yeah.
friends used to get their hair cut by her all the time
Yeah.
when she was making her way
Or
up.
if you had to get
Yeah.
a certain, like, I remember one time at Hungry Man, we had to have a girl who had to have,
Yeah, she
it had
did
to
Martha
be-
Stewart's hair.
right, and Sarah Jessica
years,
Parker
yeah.
for, because she had to go from blonde to ashy brown, and they had to have it, like, colored by Eva
Yeah.
Scrivo.
Oh
like,
my God. Can it, is this recording? Can I like send it to
It
her
is
tonight?
recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
She
recording.
is so amazing. So Sam was her client for like 11 years.
Yeah.
And so she was always like, she's very quiet. She'd get her hair done. Like literally Sam had 3 children. Eva didn't know.
Yeah.
She had the robot, like very private, very quiet. So then one day she was like, Eva, I think I may have something that you could be in on. And so she's like, okay. Like we kind of knew she was on the Daily Show,
Right.
not so much. And then it blew up. And so Eva starts it. I continue during show day. We travel with her. We go to Washington for her Not the White House Correspondents' Dinners. And Eva and I went to the Bahamas twice this year with our husbands to do hair and makeup for weddings. Like she's my
Yeah.
everything. I always tell her she's my Martha.
Right.
Because
Nice.
we work together so well. We travel. We're like friends, and she's my boss. And like
Right.
I love a good makeover, and I love some beauty. And what I see them do, I'm like, I don't do hair, so I just do this part. So when I see
Right.
women come in and out with their hair done, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy you know her. It's so awesome. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
to your question,
She used to have her place on Bleecker Street or
Oh,
Bond Street and
yes,
put up limits
Bond
in it.
It was
now.
Bond, I think.
That was
Bond
Bond.
Street, Hudson, and now we're at Fifth Avenue. Now it's totally closed for the moment. But so my husband and I were like, we had an opportunity, like, let's get out of the city, not even thinking we would, but Eva's friend knew a friend, knew a friend who knew a friend. And so they said, my friend's renting his house out. So we came up here April 3rd, and we've been living in like, who are we? Like suburbia? Like I feel like we need like
It's so funny because
You look like
the
you're living
picture-
in the Met.
Right, like you're like the picture behind you is like the terracotta wall and like fucking
there's, like,
John
light
Singer
that shines on
Sargent
the
that's behind you.
picture.
Yeah,
Salome. It's your Salome.
it's solid.
like, and so
Yeah.
we're like, we're Connecticutians or Connecticutians,
Connecticutians.
or whatever you call them.
How do you say it, Tom? You're a Connecticutian?
Connecticut.
I'm a nutmegger.
Not
Oh, a nutmegger.
Oh, and that
Nobody
It's the
can
nutmeg
say-
state. It's the nutmeg state. Yeah.
Where in Connecticut
Did I
are you?
just go dark? I went dark. Oh, there it is.
New Canaan.
New
Oh,
Canaan.
New Canaan.
And so
Yeah, I grew up
Eva
in
is-
Ledyard before anybody knew where it was.
Right.
Interesting. Well, I mean, like, we know nothing. I know the word Connecticut, and that's all I knew when we came up here. We like packed 2 dogs, and we're like, I like Beverly Hillbillies. Let's go up and unpack in the stranger's home.
Do
So-
you know Stu Leonard's now?
What is that? It's got to be a donut shop or something.
No, but they
it's
sell the
you'll love
donuts.
it, Dana.
What
it
is
has
it?
talking cows. It's a fancy grocery store.
It's
Wonderful.
so
Oh
good.
my god.
And they have this machine where they make orange juice. Like you can see the oranges come off of
I
the
haven't
thing.
had that yet. I think that stopped for now
Oh,
Yeah.
because of like COVID or whatever.
Dana, do you have
Oh, we
Stu
go there.
Leonard's in Maryland?
No.
No, it's
No.
only
I've
in
never heard of it.
Connecticut.
no,
That's
Yeah.
only
Heard of
like
it.
in Southwest.
Oh,
Our
right above
version
the
of
Bronx.
that is we have Harris Teeter is our
Yeah,
version.
my
Stu
sister liked Harris
Yeah.
Teeter. They have that in
It's right
Florida.
above the Bronx too. It's just the one that's in Connecticut is the one that's actually has the farm. So like their cows,
Yeah.
they use their
Like
cow's milk.
fresh
You don't know Stu Leonard? He got in trouble. He didn't pay taxes. He had all these grocery stores.
So
Never heard of
Connecticut.
it.
Well,
He's-
anyway,
That's what they all do in Connecticut.
So
Okay.
Connecticut.
Right.
New Canaan, and then Eva, who helped me find this place, is like 25 minutes away. And I texted Sam. I said, "Hey, you're never gonna believe this. I'm in Connecticut." She's like, "Where?" She's like, "I'm 5 minutes from you." So the day we drove up, like looking like hell, like, "Where are we?" Sam drove up, and she's like, "You're gonna love it here."
Oh my god.
We just drove by her house the other day just to like see her beautiful home, and we saw her set in the woods where they're filming now. I'm like,
Right, because I've seen it. Yeah.
So
You're
that
never
wasn't
gonna
you
leave.
in the commercial. Because like there's a commercial with her with somebody like doing her makeup and her hair, and then she's like,
Oh.
"Stop it" or something. That
it's
wasn't
it's
you.
her daughter.
Oh,
She's
Yeah.
so cute and funny.
I think it's her kids because she's
Yeah.
only got a camera guy up there. It looks
Right.
That's
like.
her husband. Her husband Jason holds the camera.
Right. Jason is from
Detour and Daily
the
Show.
Detour Show, right? And Daily Show. I mean, Sam B was kind of a little bit of a scandalous, if you may, when they gave Trevor Noah that show and not Sam B, because a lot of people were like, "Are you out of your mind?" She was
Oh,
the
yeah.
best correspondent. It didn't go down well, but she ended up getting her own show.
Oh yeah, and she's
But
just
she should have been handed the Daily Show. Like,
Mhm.
I agree, and she's also like, you know how I mean, you guys are all entertainment. You don't understand, but like, when someone is some way on TV but off screen, she's like the most kindest,
Yeah.
quiet, shy, loving person. She's like, "Don't look at me. I don't like being a celebrity." Like,
right.
she's just so sweet and funny. Like,
But she's also really freaking
Oh,
smart.
Amanda, you're full of shit. Come on, tell us.
She was, go-
She's
she
a
was,
shit stir. Don't even
kind
like,
to the
don't
audience
listen to her.
too. She was kind to the
I'm
audience.
sorry.
She was. She was
I didn't know that.
extremely. I agree. When Dan and I went VIP,
Thank you, Dana.
I'm just saying,
Right.
VIP.
Well,
I
then
could,
how did you get your tickets? Because Samantha and I won these days. We're gonna be VIP too.
I could smell
email me.
her breath.
I'll get 'em for you.
Okay, because she was like.
Oh,
there.
really? It's
Yeah.
because we complimented your eyebrows and your hair, isn't it?
That goes a long way. Yes.
Deservedly so.
My sister
Anyway,
goes, but deservedly so.
Amanda, it was
Samantha's
great having you
obsessed
on.
with
Thank you so much for coming on, taking the time to do this. It was amazing. Thank you, and you got to come back as a panelist.
Yes.
Thank you so
Or
much.
maybe another different kind of surprise in the upcoming weeks. But we don't want to talk about that right now. All right, Amanda, mwah.
Hi, Amanda.
This is to you. Bye.
Bye, Amanda.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, you guys did it.
Yay!
Liz
did it.
Oh,
Liz and
It
Sam.
wasn't
Liz
just
and
me.
I think it was.
And Sam Jackson.
I think it's called Lizam.
Latham.
What was
Yeah.
the invisible guy on that
The
Tool Time
Elizabeth.
show? You're like the guy. Liz,
the guy with the
your
fence.
sister- Yeah, you're the
Oh,
guy.
yeah. What was his name?
Guy at the fence.
Home Improvement.
Oh,
Behind the fence.
did we ever know what his name was?
Yeah, it was
Gordon
like
or something. I don't know.
Earl or something.
Well,
Yeah.
that person's
Tim
name
Allen.
is Sam
Right.
Jackson.
It was something
Yeah.
racist if it was on Tim Allen show. Something
Right?
stupid
Yeah.
and racist. Okay.
Yeah.
True.
His name was probably like Cracker or something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. No,
Anyway.
Samantha
Yeah.
is obsessed with eyebrows, and as soon as she saw her eyebrows, she was like, "Wait a minute, we've been in quarantine
Yeah.
for like 3 months."
Amanda's the
Why does
best.
she look
She's
like
a
That girl was
blast.
pretty. That girl's
She's
pretty.
a blast.
Right.
Yeah.
She's
Even-
aspirational.
She's even prettier in real life because she's also a sweet person as well. You know,
Well,
she's
she said
just
she's giving us tickets to Sam's show.
kind as can be. She'll get them for you too because she hooked Dan and I up. It was great fun. We had and you know what else? You know what the good thing was?
What?
First of all, we had to wait with everybody in the audience, and Dan and I were kind of like offended. We were like, right? And we were like,
We
where's
were,
the
we were
crowd
sure we were in
service?
the wrong room.
We were convinced
We're not in the right room.
we were in the wrong room, and we were like, where's the wine? Like, why are we
Dana asked the stage manager
I
if we
did.
were in the right room or not.
I was like, are you sure this is the room? Like, it doesn't seem like my kind of room.
Dana, you don't go to the green room right away, you know.
It was more like the brown room, okay? And I was just like, I don't want to sit here. But anyway, once we got into the studio, then it was like, oh, please,
Yeah.
you people, you're right there. You're Dana, you're Dana. So then we got special treatment, and we saw Sam B, and she was amazing.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
you know, thanks to Dawn and Helen, too. If you guys are watching this and don't know who Helen is, it's Dan's fault
Some
because I don't think
technical
he hit
difficulties.
record. There's a very good chance Helen doesn't appear.
Gelman.
on
She'll
the
come
show.
back.
She'll come back.
Yeah.
She'll come
Yeah.
back.
We'll just have to get a whole
I
new
bet
panel
she's
that doesn't
there.
know her.
Yeah, you'll have
Anyway.
Or she'll be on the
Um,
panel.
Right, or maybe she will be on the panel. But
pro.
I want to give a special thanks to my cousin Tom for sticking up.
Yay.
Seriously, like 10-minute notice. I was like, get Zoom on your phone.
Right on the phone.
I was folding laundry,
He's gonna call
you know.
Yeah. Welcome to
It's good to
showbiz.
finally see you, Tom, because he always talks
I know
about you
this. It's,
Yeah.
during
I'm,
the, and he's
just,
like, this
I'm
is courtesy of
flattered
Tom
to
Discord,
meet
yeah.
you and
Yeah.
Gay and
He's
Dan.
always done such a
Yes.
great job. I call him every
Tom.
Monday, and we get our names going, and we pick out names and stuff. I don't think I called you this Monday because I did
I
two
called
easy
you.
ones.
Remember, I gave you one. We'll talk.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway.
we had a good time without Adam and Blair.
It was
Whatever.
Boo, Adam and Blair.
Oh, whatever.
Losers.
Adam who? Blair
I
who?
want- Yeah, I want to come back on, Dana,
Yeah.
when my
Shut
phone
up.
is fully charged.
You absolutely have. Yeah, we'll give you a heads up. We won't give you a 10-minute warning.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, Tom, what are you doing? He's like, I'm folding socks. I was like, get off your phone. I already have Dan's calling. Like,
Yeah.
anyway,
You
I had a
know?
great time.
All right.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's
I
so
had a
much
great time.
better when you guys get it.
Yay.
Anyway, I want to say thank you to my producer, Dan.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Yay,
Dan.
Dan.
Thanks, Dan. And to my
Dan.
cousin Tom and to
Yeah.
Gay and to Liz. It's been a great
Yay.
show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to
Dana.
What's My Line?
What's my line? What's my line? What's my line? Brought to you by